Politeness is being used as a cudgel against you, and it's time to break free of the longhouse. Let's get into it.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
I've been a therapist for more than a decade, and I've seen that the Overton window has shifted in such a way to control speech and to make politeness a weapon against those who might speak the truth. If you can come with me on a journey back out of the longhouse and into the truth, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's look at exactly what I'm talking about.
Taking that video down, and I've seen a lot of people. I did write a response on Twitter as to why I was taking it down, and there's still a lot of people that are like very confused as to what happened. And first of all, I didn't sleep Wednesday through Thursday.
Whether or not you believe the Bible, here's something we could probably agree upon. Luke 6:26 says, "Woe to you when everyone speaks well of you." Politeness is being motivated by a fear of rejection, where kindness is actually motivated by a desire to do the right thing. And those two things come at odds with each other when you need to hold someone accountable. And there's lots of people groups and lots of people that need to be held accountable in our modern age. But words that are hurty words should not be a prerequisite for cancellations, for deplatformings, for debanking, and all of the social credit scores that we're on our way to. Let's look at some of the apology tours that some of your favorite, or maybe not so favorite, creators have had to do.
What I said in my previous live stream, you probably won't believe me when I say this, but whenever I go online and I hear other players use the same kind of language that I did, I always find it extremely immature and stupid.
Our modern fragility has been pushed forward by the HR culture, and we have replaced politeness with righteousness. So if you're polite, you're one of the good ones. If you're impolite, or basically just tell the truth as much as you can, then you're placed on the naughty list. And pretty soon, our internet era will lead into a social credit score era, as it has in many other countries, where your lack of politeness could actually have real-world consequences.
Now, my connection to CSGO Lotto has been a matter of public record since the company was first organized in December of 2015. However, I do feel like I owe you guys an apology. I am sorry to each and every one of you who felt like that was not made clear enough to you. And I truly, honestly hope that you guys give me an opportunity to earn your trust back.
Language policing has now defined morality, and if you say the hurty words, if you're offensive, that means you're evil. That's why people and men like Charlie Kirk or others who just espouse normal biblical views or, pre-postmodern views, that makes them automatically labeled as evil now, as our Overton window and the den mother has shifted the language into hurty words mean you're evil.
Latina, and the characters are completely based on racial stereotypes. It is not funny, and it is completely hurtful. I am so ashamed and embarrassed that I ever thought this was okay.
In the misinformation era, where everything is branded as misinformation, malinformation, or even what's the one where they stochastic terrorism, everything that you say is now an act of violence against someone else according to the mainstream. So men in relationships are walking on eggshells to avoid conflict. People in HR departments are policing speech over the entirety of networks of businesses. And anything that you say online makes you subject to the label of being hateful, racist, bigoted, or a multitude of other ways that are meant to discredit you, to deplatform you. And this is the modern polity that we live in. Let's see a few more apologies that had to come forth because people said hurty words online.
If it was possible. It was hard. It's probably the hardest things I've ever done.
Here's the calling. If you have a conviction that is based on your religious beliefs, based on your political beliefs, or just based in reality. It is time to be bold as lions. Proverbs 28:1 says, "The righteous are bold as a lion." It's because the truth does not have to hide, and the truth is undefeated. So if we're telling what's true, if we're noticing patterns, if we notice per capita patterns among people groups, it is completely within bounds to tell the truth. But that has been called evil. It has been called racist, misogynist, all the ists, because anything that we notice happens to be that goes against the left-wing liberal world order is labeled as hate speech, and you can be immediately canceled. That is most obviously something where the Overton window is shifting. Now it's up to us to reclaim what's true first, and then also prop up free speech, because the best ideas will win. I'm not an absolutist, but I am a believer that if you let the people talk, if you let them cook, the people who have an advantage in their ideas will rise to the top, as has been true all the way up until we started canceling speech about a decade ago, started saying that everything was subject to the rules of politeness first. Politeness first, truth second. Where has it gotten us? It's time to stop policing the speech of others and start policing reality, because there are a great multitude of problems that are actually occurring out here in our society, and especially in America, that could use the attention and the redress by those in political power, by those within our homes, by those in power in the church. It's up to us to regain our claim to truth, to regain the foothold of what's true in our society, even when it hurts other people's feelings. If you can get behind that, let's make men strong again. Let's make speech free again, and let's do it together. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate your support.